Hi, I'm Gary Mariano. I'm the National Facilitator for the Philippines 2021 ITP. I'm here with Ariel Sebellino of the Philippine Press Institute and Cabusao of the Mindanao Times. We are here to talk about our change initiative. So welcome to Stories of Change. Can you tell us about what led you to your change initiative?
Thank you, Sir Gary. Very interesting. It started with a dream, a project that can be life-changing for a lot of journalists, not just for the Philippine Press Institute, not just for the individual organizations that are involved in our batch in this ITP. We took a hard look on what's supposed to be significant for all of us. And that having said that, we thought about the public. We thought about not just the industry. And from there on, we deliberated, we talked among ourselves many times, and that we all agreed that one change initiative has to be encompassing, and that it can be difficult because, for example, the establishment of the Media Press Councils in the Philippines, or Media Citizens Council in the Philippines, was long overdue, and that it is the best time to do it, and that there can be no other time except in these challenging times where it is interesting to do journalism, where it is imperative to do more to recalibrate our work and to think about other initiatives other than what we have been doing in the past, what we have been so comfortable with doing, and that led us to one change initiative that will be carried on for so many years.
Thank you, Ariel. You follow the process
Yeah, that's
identifying the change initiative. So, what undesirable situation did they want to change?
Yeah, okay. So it has truly been a journey. The ITP Philippines has been a journey. We were looking at first what the problem was, because there were so many problems that we had to confront. And so finally, after so many meetings, we decided that yes, we were looking at credibility issues, accountability issues, media safety, and all these things. But we finally narrowed it down to things that what we can do as media, especially the provinces or the city where I come from. So this led to the possibility of establishing media citizen council. And in our case, it was not the first time. This is our second attempt to form an organization of such thing. So we were very open to the idea. I mean, most of our colleagues at the ITP supported the idea of establishing a media council as our change initiative for 2021.
This is not the first time that we're having a press council or media council in the Philippines. What is different with this time?
There were lessons learned. In our first attempt, we thought that it's going to work, and that we were so complacent because those were different times, Sir Gary and Ami.
That was
And that,
15, 20 years ago.
I know, yeah. I remember you were chair of the National Press Council. I think one insight born out of the ITP program was that there were insights from, not just from the program, not just from the travel to Sweden, but I think from all the participants involved in the ITP program. And that there is a common denominator amongst 4 countries, Asian countries, which participated in the program, and that it was imperative for us to take some lessons from them, and that, some good points, and to embrace those good points and take a hard look on what's not working in the first attempt, so that when I'm said about, we finally reached that point of agreement, because we thought that the change initiative will have to inspire the next generation of journalists And I'm not just talking about one particular industry, the media industry, but I think stakeholders in the community, which play a pivotal and crucial role in really making it more functional. When I say more functional, it's not as if an organization or a mechanism like the Media Council will not have to work. But I think at this point in time, we're moving away from something that's tokenism to something that's going to function, something that will have an imprint on the industry. And that challenge Ami and Sir Gary is that to make it, to popularize it so that it gets appreciated not just by the sectors involved in the council, the journalists involved in the council, but I think more importantly the public, which is something to do with how members or sectors involved in the media council will have to be engaged at a particular time. That's very clear. Lessons from Cebu Citizens Press Council, which is very much active up to this point, and the fledgling one in up north. All these are telling signs that we as an industry or community of journalists, where we engage all the time, supposedly engage all the time with other sectors, we have to come together and talk to, not just talk, but really put words into action. And this is just the right time to do it.
I agree. Now is a most opportune time for us to look into how we can engage our stakeholders and help us fight, because we are looking at very different challenges now with digitalization, with what's happening in the media industry, with what's happening during COVID. So now is the time to really come together and ask not only as media people, but also the community. And we found out in the experience of Davao that they were very receptive, and they also really wanted to help because they know the disinformation happening right now, and they were also very much concerned because first it's the media, and then of course they're afraid that they will also be very much affected, especially the business sector.
This initiative included the creation of 3 media councils, and Ami, in your city in Davao was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the Davao Media Council.
How it came about. Yeah, so first the Philippine Press Institute came in and we asked the media first, members of PPI and those outside PPI, and then the civil society, so businessmen, there's Brother Thomas is part representing the church, women, even the digital people, the influencers, and the academy. We came together, and then they were very interested, and they decided to really be part of the initiative. So we met for the first time in July, and we talked about maybe what do you think of coming up with a media council. And so we immediately elected who is going to head the council, and we felt that maybe somebody who is not with the media will lead, and then all of the media organizations will be part of it, and the ad hoc committee. So again, then we decided to make an oath of commitment. So we presented that last September 8th. We presented our oath of commitment, and that's what we're going to do. The people went back to their organization and asked their members if it's okay, so that when we get together on the 3rd, we are going to present it to the general public. So we really want to publicize the fact that there is a Media Citizens Council, because we know that there will be many people who might come to us for complaints or for whatever, because as you know, Mindanao, Davao City including, has a very high extrajudicial killing cases. So maybe we're thinking that apart from the legal side of it, the filing of libel cases, and maybe also we can prevent killings, and then maybe we can provide the general public with a venue to air their grievance.
Okay. And the Philippine Press Institute was spearheaded this project, but in this ITP we are joined by other organizations. So how did the other groups come in?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of deliberations and debates as well, and that's part of thinking hard about having a change initiative. And I think part of the story was to really make sure that all stakeholders, and I'm talking about the group, the organizations involved in the ITP program, to put their stake on it, because there's strengths and expertise for each organization. So you've got verifies for fact checking, and you have the Civil Citizen Press Council, you have the Commission Human Rights, International Center for International Law, IBP, and then you've got the academe as well. All this coming together, I think, put bits and pieces of what we are, what a a holistic change initiative should be, and that not just it entails a lot of wisdom and running it resources as well moving forward. Yeah, those are interesting stories from our group mates, and also interesting stories from the stakeholders who committed their time and effort and expertise to be part of the Davao Media Council, of the Iloilo Media Council, and the Batangas Press Council.
Okay, so what can we see now in the next few months for the Davao Council?
It's going to be very tough, I think, for all of us in the media, because we are still very uncertain and anxious of the environment we're in. But at the same time, being together and looking at our colleagues, seeing this, coming together now brings us hope, and we think that despite all these challenges, we will survive this phase in our political life.
I think there's a challenge now of having a council whose mandate has to be expanded and whose membership or composition has to be expanded as well. Remember, in the existing press or in the last press council under the Philippine Press Institute and the one in Cebu, and which already expanded as well to include the IBP, because there were the Philippines in Cordillera. I think that makes it for an organization that will have an impact, more impact on the community. And this is not self-serving for the media industry. By and large, we are thinking about sectors, we're thinking about our consumers, and that we're thinking about building better communities.
The ITP for your cohort ends this weekend.
Oh my God.
Okay, so how does it continue from here?
It's inspiring as well that we have another batch who can carry on the initiative, but they can actually expand it as well and think of probably a more significant project. But I think we are hoping that the next batch of ITP fellows can expand the change initiative to make it more holistic probably, and to include some more programs, and then tie it up with the other programs that can make it more significant. Yeah.
I think this is the ITP 2021. You were able to gather a dream team. We may be in different sectors, but it was very easy for us to come together and decide. And, so when we get home, we will be inspired, and we hope that our relationship on the team will not end here. We look forward to many more projects together, maybe with SHR, with Verifiles, because we are interconnected, or interlaw. So we really look forward to more engagements in the future. It's not gonna end with ITP 2021. So that, because we are Messianic, we want to save it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Ariel. And
Thank you,
Andy.
Sir Gary.
So from Manila, this is the ITP 3 2021 on media regulation in a democratic